Hey guys, welcome. Homeschooling, I don't even know what volume it is. No idea. But it's a lovely day out there, I know that. Man, the weather has been fucking great here lately. Beautiful sunny days with no humidity and nice and crisp and cool. Ooh, you guys know I hate that hot weather, that humid weather. I hate it. I'm just like my dear mother. She hated it too. I joke around a lot about, I wish I could buy out of summer. The hell of summer. I would probably pay like 50 grand to be able to skip from like June 1st to October 1st. Because I love the fall, I love the winter, but fuck summer. God, I hate it. Okay, but it's my problem because I live in Nashville. If you don't like summer, don't ever move to Nashville. Man, I got some awesome shit in the viewer comment bin. You know, I always love those amazing comments you guys come up with. One guy said, I could barely see the ladder. So I moved that amp because we need to see that ladder, don't we? I was going to take a brief aside to do a rare thing on the Homeskoolin show and talk about gear. I hate talking about gear. I feel like talking about gear is just overdone. I've covered this in other volumes. You ever look on any of those forums where these people are posting all this shit about their opinions about gear? I always wonder how good some of these cats that make all these blanket statements about gear can play, It cracks me up. I mean, I feel like there should be some sort of government testing for a guitarist's aptitude level before they can even, by government law, even be allowed to post any opinions about gear. I'm sure I'm not the first guy to say that. I went to school with this guy in some of my early drinking days with my buddy Bobby Bundy up in Cleveland. He was an amazing pool player. He basically paid his way through college playing pool, and I was a terrible pool player, but I tried to learn, but billiards, and he always used to tell me, man, if you ever see a guy walk into a bar carrying his own stick, play him for everything he's got. That's the thing. Like when you're at a blues jam and some guy walks in with his own guitar, it's like, man, play whatever's laying around. If you're a badass, you can do it, right? Okay, so that kind of thing. Gear, but I will talk this. I will say this. My love of the Gibson ES335 is well documented. A lot of people have asked me to talk about the 335. I've been playing them my whole life, my whole career. I do feel like the pre-mid 1965 Gibson ES335 is the finest electric guitar design ever designed by any human being. It's perfect. It's perfect on every level. I mean, what makes it amazing is the center block going down the middle with these two hollow feedback wings, I call them. It behaves like a solid body electric, but when you're in the heat of battle and you're up on the stage and you got a good volume going, man, when you hit those notes and just hold them, these feedback wings give you like the perfect controllable octave up harmonics and feedback that the feedback you want, not the bad feedback like a fully hollow guitar would give you. You know, fully hollow guitar will give you like this uncontrollable low howling, which I fucking hate. But these things are amazing. I feel like a 335 is the most versatile guitar ever made. You can play anything on a 335. I mean, you could bring just this guitar to a session and you'd be just fine. You know, I've had so many of these things over the years. I have no idea how many old 335s I've owned. I got 3 left. I got this 64 and I got 2 58s. And I love them all dearly. I love the way they play. I love the way they sound. I just fucking love 335s. You know, they ruined them in mid 65 when they went to the skinny neck. They narrowed the nut width down to 1 and 9/16, I think they narrowed it to, and some of them are even like 1.5 inch width, and it's fuck that. And they went to the chrome hardware, fuck that. So the 335 died in mid 65, in my humble opinion. But man, if you can get an old one, do yourself a favor. They're amazing, and they're all different too. God, every one of them is different. All right, here's a question. Okay, I got a bunch of questions actually. Hey Tom, glad to see Mecca change directions and you were able to use single coils. Do you have any advice on a replacement stop tail for my 56 Junior? Since we're talking about gear, and then I'm going to be done with gear after this, and then we're back to music. Yeah, look at this. Did you know that, see that bridge? That bridge right there is my greatest contribution to mankind. Me and my dear friends Joe Glazer and Nick Druschel designed a bridge that you can put on a 50s Junior or LP Special that actually fucking works. It's the first one. I mean, all the best ideas are born out of total frustration. So after owning hundreds of those guitars and fighting with them to try to ever get them in tune, I got so pissed that I just went to Joe. I've tried every single one of the replacement bridges that you can buy for these, and they all suck. Sorry, guys. This thing fixes everything. It's called the Music City Bridge Stud Finder. There's a video I did on it years ago on YouTube if you want to watch it, all the details, but it fucking works. Every single guy who's bought one of these just absolutely loves it. You could put it on your 56 Junior. It doesn't work on the 60s models. It only works on the ones where they put the studs totally in the wrong place on those old Gibsons. It fixes all that. Get one of those, okay? Call Glazer Instruments and order one. They're cheap and they really work. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna love it. I'm not trying to sell you nothing, guys. I'm just telling you that shit fucking works, okay? Here's a bunch more questions. Let's see. Hey, Tom, started listening to some of your wife's music following your lovely duets. Your wife, Sarah Buxton. I am really enjoying her voice, but tell me, there's a lot of wicked guitar stuff going on behind her in her songs. Would I be right in suggesting that might be you? I did play on some of that stuff, but she works with guys that are a lot cooler than me. She works with like Ian Fitchuk, Daniel Tashin, and Josh Moore, all these real badass guys that are actually extremely tasteful, and they put all that cool. She's got a record coming out, not the Skyline Motel thing, which is amazing, but she's got her own solo record coming out soon. It's going to be amazing. I mean, I've heard some of the tracks. I mean, I'm not just saying it because I'm married to her. That shit is badass, man. She's badass. I'll let you know when that record comes out. It's going to be soon. Here's another one. Hey, Tom, cheers from Christiansland, Norway. Here comes the most important question ever. When does the gear buying stop? I am getting more and more afraid of myself. Well, for me personally, it stopped about a month ago when we were all quarantined. I mean, the last thing I bought was that 68 50-watt plexi back there, and that's it for me. You know, in these uncertain times, man, I feel like it's a wise man that saves his shekels, and you know, I'm not Mr. Doomsday, but there could be a possibility that a loaf of that White Mountain bread I told you guys about is worth more than this 64 335. So save your money, kids. I don't know what this crazy, pandemic is going to do to the prices of guitars, the vintage guitar market. I have no idea. I hope my friends that all buy and sell these things for a living are going to be all right. All the boys at Grooms and Rumble Seat and all them guys. Guitar House in Tulsa. Fucking love these guys. All right. So there's, okay, here's another one. This guy named the Juice Man, he said, hey, Tom, I like your hard-ass attitude. It's best to melt the snowflakes as fast as possible so we can get on with new growth. That sounded better in my head, but I think you know what I mean. I don't know. I like the way you said it. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I kind of done that my whole life with music, There's some people that love me and some people that fucking hate me. I got that kind of personality. I don't know. Here's another one. I don't know why, man, but I trust you. That's all he said. I think that's awesome. Well, maybe you're picking up on the fact that my personality was forged in great pain and suffering. And the fact that I've been functioning for 30 plus years. Nothing bores me more than watching musicians play that don't know shit about pain, about real pain. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you're picking up on. Everybody's got their own personal hells that they've gone through. And I feel like that's an important part of music, man. It's, you can really pick up on that shit when you watch people play. I don't trust people that don't know nothing about pain. All right, so here's another one. I appreciate your videos. Your t-shirt collection is amazing. Well, you should see my suit collection. No, I'm just kidding. It's all I ever wear is geared t-shirts. Like, look at this, a rare Franklin pedal steel guitar t-shirt. One of very few ever made. Very proud of this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get a post office box if I could ever talk my wife into let me leave the house, and I'll go to the post office and get a P.O. box. And if anybody wants to send any gear-related t-shirts or whatever, band-related, for me to wear on the show, maybe I'll do that. Then I'll be able to get even more cool t-shirts, which would be great. I love t-shirts, but I'm real picky about t-shirts. I can't stand Gildans, those fucking uncomfortable, scratchy, cheapo shirts. They remind me of like the parking lot shirts you used to buy at concerts back in the day. You got to have a nice quality, soft tee that feels good, right? It's important. All right, so here's another one. I'm missing a bunch here. Let's see. Here's one. Hey, Tom, this is pretty serious. Hey, Tom, here's a question that I don't think anybody has asked yet. I'll just get to the point. What are your feelings about marijuana use and how it relates to music? Please be honest. I was a longtime smoker who quit recently. There were times when it inspired me creatively, but in the long run, it made me lazy, overthinking, self-conscious, insecure, distracted when I play the instrument. Okay, Truman Ultraham and Conrad Govrick. You guys better not be smoking the reefer. Look, I'm a grown-ass man. I've experimented with all kinds of things in life. There are certain drugs that do not work. Everybody's got different, chemical makeup, and drugs affect people different ways, Weed never has worked for me, ever. Even when I was a young man, my first foray is into smoking the grass. It just never agreed with me. People think I'm stoned all the time. They always say, dude, you smoke up every day? I'm like, I do not. I can't. I obviously like to drink my Rolling Rocks, but man, weed just fucks with me, man. It gets me all mental. I start second guessing everything. Like, all my confidence goes out the window. I just feel like I've started inventing false things in my head, like, man, so-and-so hates me. What did I say to piss him off? It's all bullshit. It's all stuff that I just made up in my head. Weed does not work for me. And it doesn't work for you either, Truman. Conrad. All right. I don't know. All right, that opening thing. If anybody gives a shit. This loop thing I had going. 2 chords. So simple. All I did was go. I love those 2-note dominant 7s. So it's D to G7. That's all it is. With a little spice up of this E flat dominant 9. That's all it is. Have fun with that. All right. I think that's it. Did I miss anything? No, that's it. Hey, you know what I might do, guys? Well, fuck it. I'll get to that next episode. All right. See you next time. Happy homeschooling. Bye.